Have you ever wondered how coffee affects men's health as we age? Many people don't know that regular consumption of this popular beverage has deeper effects on the body, especially when it comes to the male member in old age. Today, I want to talk to you from experience, medical knowledge, and the perspective that sexology provides us on this topic. As a doctor and sexologist, it is essential to clarify certain myths and present the reality of how coffee can alter the intimate life of men over 50. I want this conversation to be directed at those seeking to better understand their bodies and the implications of their daily habits. Remember that this is a sensitive and delicate topic intended for mature individuals aware of the changes that come with age. Coffee is a faithful companion for many each morning. However, as a sexologist and doctor, I have observed that over the years, regular coffee consumption has effects that are not always so positive, especially on the aged male body. Although it is true that coffee can stimulate the central nervous system, giving us an energy boost and improving concentration, it also has a direct impact on blood circulation and, consequently, on erectile function. This is where the male member is affected. Over time, the male member, like any other organ, depends on good blood flow for proper functioning. During moments of intimacy, we know that coffee, containing caffeine, causes a temporary increase in blood pressure, which can reduce the blood flow capacity to the pelvic region. In older men whose blood vessels have already begun to harden due to age, this pressure increase can worsen circulation-related problems, affecting the ability to achieve and maintain a firm erection. Another important factor to consider is the relationship between coffee and male hormones. Testosterone is a key hormone in male sexual health, and studies have shown that caffeine can temporarily increase testosterone levels. However, this effect is not always positive because, over time, this temporary spike can cause a compensatory response in the body, reducing natural testosterone production. In some older men, this can lead to a gradual decrease in libido and, consequently, the desire to maintain intimacy. As a doctor, I base this on studies that have observed this phenomenon in men over 50, where the effects of caffeine become more noticeable, causing hormonal level drops and affecting sexual desire more significantly. Another important aspect is how coffee affects sleep quality. Caffeine, being a stimulant, can interfere with sleep patterns, and sleep is crucial for sexual health. During deep sleep, the male body produces most of its testosterone, and chronic sleep disruption can decrease these levels over time. This not only affects libido but also the ability to maintain satisfying intimate relationships. Many older men who consume coffee report difficulties sleeping, and over time, this lack of rest can translate into a deterioration in sexual response. In my practice, it is common to hear from men who, after decades of excessive coffee consumption, feel less able to enjoy their sexual life, not only due to lack of desire but also due to the constant fatigue that accompanies sleep deprivation. Returning to the topic of circulation, we know that coffee affects cardiovascular health. The male member depends on healthy arteries and veins to function correctly during intimacy. As we know, coffee can increase cholesterol levels and harden arteries over time, leading to reduced blood flow. For men over 50, this is an important concern. The American Heart Association has warned that excessive coffee consumption in old age is related to a higher risk of heart disease, which can directly impact sexual health. In practical terms, reduced blood flow to the genital region translates to a lower capacity for response and satisfaction during intimate encounters. Another important point that is often overlooked is the psychological impact of coffee. While it can help us feel more awake and alert, excessive coffee consumption is also associated with anxiety and nervousness in older men. This anxiety can interfere with the ability to fully enjoy intimate life. I have seen many cases where work or daily life stress, exacerbated by coffee, negatively affects men's sexual life, creating a cycle where stress and lack of intimacy feed off each other. The fear of failure or concern about performance can increase when an older man feels anxious, leading to a lack of confidence in his abilities. We know from sexual psychology that anxiety is one of the main inhibitors of sexual pleasure, and coffee, with its stimulating effects, can worsen these effects in men sensitive to caffeine. So, is the solution to quit coffee altogether? Not necessarily. What I recommend to my patients is moderation. For men over 50, reducing consumption to 1 or 2 cups a day can be beneficial. Additionally, I recommend switching to decaf or limiting consumption after the afternoon to avoid sleep problems. Balance is key. Coffee itself is not the enemy, but its excessive and uncontrolled consumption can aggravate certain sexual and health problems common in old age. If you can maintain moderate consumption, accompanied by a balanced diet and regular exercise, the negative effects can be significantly reduced. To all my listeners over 50, I want you to understand something crucial. Coffee is more than just a beverage. It can influence your body, and yes, even your sexual health. But I want to reassure you, this influence is not the final chapter in your story. It's merely a part of the larger picture, one that is within your power to shape and redefine. Your sexual well-being is not dictated by age or even by the habits you've developed, but by the conscious choices you make as you move forward. The key here is balance. Moderation is vital, not just with coffee, but in how we care for our entire body as we age. Our cardiovascular health, which is directly linked to our sexual vitality, requires our attention now more than ever. The heart and blood vessels that once worked seamlessly require a little more love and care. This is not about perfection. It's about listening to your body, understanding its signals, and making adjustments that honor its needs. And when you do this, your intimate life can remain full, rich, and satisfying, regardless of your age. It's not about restricting yourself, but about thriving. It's easy to think of changes in our sexual health as signs of aging that we must simply accept. But that's not the truth. We are not helpless in the face of aging. We are more powerful than we often realize. With the right awareness and care, intimacy can grow more fulfilling, more profound. It's all about self-awareness and maintaining the connection with your body, both physically and emotionally. If coffee begins to affect you in ways you don't want, this is not a punishment. It's a gentle nudge from your body to recalibrate and give yourself the respect you deserve. Age doesn't mark the end of vitality. It marks the beginning of a deeper understanding of what makes you feel alive. But it does require us to be more attentive, to slow down and reflect, and to be kinder to ourselves. Your body, even as it changes, can still bring you joy, passion, and connection. It simply needs to be cared for with intentionality. If coffee is part of your life, savor it in a way that aligns with your body's needs. Don't let it dictate your energy or your health. Let it complement your life, not overpower it. If you notice any changes in your sexual health or energy levels, it's a reminder to listen closely to what your body is saying. The path forward may involve small adjustments, but they can make a big difference. And if in doubt, turn to your doctor. This is not about giving up what you love. It's about embracing what serves you best. I encourage you to share this video with anyone in your circle who might benefit from hearing this message. Knowledge is empowerment, and sharing it is an act of kindness. By helping others understand that the journey to health, vitality, and intimacy doesn't end as we age, we begin to create a community of support. And if you haven't yet, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, Wise Aging, Sexuality, and Health. Here we explore these deep, often overlooked topics, because aging isn't something to fear. It's an opportunity to deepen your connection with yourself, your body, and those you love. Let's celebrate the wisdom we've earned, and let's continue to learn, grow, and thrive together. The conversation doesn't stop here. It's just beginning.